Hello everyone, I hope your weekend's going well. Welcome in if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, we're going to get a Lost Oracle, and then we're going to do a spread today. So it's really like fall weather out there. So in the changing of the seasons, we're approaching Samhain Halloween, as most know it. It's the thinning of the veil. It's the mark of the new year for ancient cultures, which is people who lived with the earth. So what can we know about that spirit? That is an overarching theme for today's message. Is it this one? Ooh. Bottom of the deck is enchantment. Use your words consciously. All right. We'll try to do that. So we'll start off with the overarching theme phenomenon. I have to kind of cover this one up. So, to me, she's reaching up to the moon. The skies are absolutely unbelievable right now. Let me see if I can put something on her to cover her a little bit. Okay, so you get the idea. I hope you can see that. I'll just double check. I'm not used to this new setup, as you can see. Yeah, I think you can see that pretty well. Okay. So in this card, she is releasing and letting go, surrendering to the larger forces beyond her control. So things of ancient, things of time, honoring and respecting the cycles of the season, the cycles of the sky. And if you have a chance in the next while to get up before the sunrise and have a look at the stars, they are phenomenal right now. They remind me of the skies when I was a child, looking up at the stars. You can actually see the constellations quite clearly, and it's something that I have noticed we haven't seen in a very, very long time. So with the naked eye, you can see it. So there is some, let me just fold that back down. The energy below her is red with the sacral chakra. It's energy's life force. The snake is going back down to the earth, almost shedding its skin. In doing so in a force, and above the surface, she is surrendering. She's really connecting and harnessing that power and bringing it down into earth. If you look at the portal just behind her, she's just stepped through a threshold. And so it's almost like she's embracing a new beginning. So card number 29. Number 29, phenomena. Expect the extraordinary. Phenomena says that the extraordinary is within reach. Illuminate your inner self, reflect your passions, ignite your determination, and let the fusion of intuition and will guide your actions. Embrace the moon's reflective wisdom and the sun's bold radiance within. The sky-clad woman, her hands reaching up and touching the moon, her eyes closed in bliss, is trusting and happy. She feels valued and free. She has learned many lessons, and one of them is the sacred ancient ritual called drawing down the moon. The secret to this powerful transference of lunar energy is that she receives her body fueled with her intention, becomes a portal that magnifies the energy back out into the cosmos. Because her greatest power is measured not by what she gets, but what she is empowered to give. And balance between receiving and giving, she becomes a magnet for success in all things. The ancient stone archway is one of the portals of quantum possibilities. Arches, when first created 3,000 years ago, were considered gateways to the divine. Passing through an archway symbolized a transition from the mundane to the sacred. And in your life now, there is an opportunity to step through. Make the decision now and trust your choice. It is supported. This card heralds a time of unfettered creativity and unconventional problem solving. Embrace the unexpected, challenge assumptions, and let your unique perspective be the guiding light in the labyrinth of your existence. The moon above the woman is no static orb. It's a living key, a bridge between the realms. As you draw the moon into yourself, unexpected revelations flow, an infusion of celestial energies awakening latent powers within. Commune with your lunar self. Meditate. Spend time in solitude. Explore your shadow and embrace your mysteries. The unexpected lies in the depths of this self-discovery. Embrace the quirks, talents, and idiosyncrasies that set you apart. Find your brilliance in the fusion of your distinct, unique experiences and perspectives. To assist in unleashing your brilliance, create a cosmic vision board that reflects your dreams and aspirations. Use it as a visual reminder of your extraordinary potential and the path you're forging. Craft written and spoken affirmations that attest to your unique brilliance, expressing confidence in your abilities and your journey toward becoming a phenomenon. When you experience yourself as a phenomenon, the world around you will too. Nice. Okay, so that's our overarching message. I'm just going to put this back here. And let's do a spread. Being called just to do the Rider-Waite for 3 cards. And I think I have 3 right there. Bottom of the deck is Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords talks about that internal strife. So maybe we are kind of worried about our power, concerned about our power if we let go, if we step over the threshold, if we embrace the natural cycles in our lives. First card out in the row is victory. We will have victory over this. 4 of Swords. That's about a reflection, peaceful understanding, guarding perhaps a piece of what we have, but hanging the other swords up. We won't need them moving forward. And then we're on our new journey with the Page of Wands. Interesting. society is honoring. I think as collective we're stepping out and stepping into this more victorious stance. The thing that's I'm kind of being drawn to, though, is there is no one victor. And I'm being drawn that nobody has to look up to another person. You have the ability to work within yourselves to release this, to do this yourself. You don't need the guidance to do it. You can do it yourself. And when you embrace this power that lies below, you can let go of all the societal norms regarding this that we've been taught as a society, that you have to look up to somebody as a victor. We don't have the power, we have to rely on somebody else doing it. No, we can do it ourselves. And when we actually understand that in our mind and we embody that in our practice, in our life, in our bodies, we can pick up that wand knowing that it has fruit, knowing that it will successfully grow and nourish, and we can take that wand, take that action, and begin our own journey that contributes to a larger society. Okay, where am I being drawn? More clarification. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. So the Light Seers Tarot for more information. Wheel of Fortune at the King of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. King of Swords is on the split. Why is the Six of Wands here? As it pertains to expect the extraordinary to happen as we're experiencing this phenomena. We're ripe. Oh, and the Ten of Swords, Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. Wow. Okay, so like I was saying, I was wondering why I'm getting this, but why I was getting that this is like the false mask, if you will, of what the society has told us we should do. Riding upon a victory, having others look up at us. No, that's not the case. We're equal. We have as much to bring to the table as somebody else does, even though if their points of views, their religion, their aren't quite the same, there is common ground. There is a common thread. And the Empress, talks about a rebirth, talks about, again, there is that moon. There are the stars around that moon. And it's coming right through her heart and into her sacral chakra. And she's birthing a new world. And so carrying that forward, it's really tranquil and peaceful. And there's a confidence, but it doesn't have to be an overconfidence. We can actually walk away and put down what we've been intellectually taught, what our mind tells us to be right or wrong. That cycle is complete. We're no longer there. And so if we carry what knowledge we need to and lay down the rest, let's see what else. Why is the Four of Swords here? Regarding the phenomena and our journey in bringing birth to the appreciation of who we truly are as a human society, what it means to be in touch with the cosmos, with the knowledge and awareness that we know today that we didn't know 20, 30 years ago. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. That's work. That's understanding. What's this one? The Eight of Wands. Action. Wow. Bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands. Yes, there is celebration here. And so with this Four of Swords, you know, she's not only mindful. Swords talks about intellect and knowledge and communication and all of those things, but her hands are above her heart, and she's praying. She's in commune with the greater source. And although there's a picture of what the past looked like, where one must bow down to another and get their approval of something, or look to another for advice, the importance here is that she is confident that she has that advice. And so she's getting to work. She's getting to work with the moon cycles, the cosmos, the cycles of the season, the cycles of the year, and she is not embraced, like she's not working in the traditional sense of going to work for somebody else and gaining a paycheck and coming home and all of those things. She's actually studying, and she's just like lit up, studying the natural cycles, what plants, what medicine, what the stars are, what do the cycles of the moon mean, you know, and she's lighting that candle in honor of that. And in doing that, she is showing, it's almost like she's giving permission for others to do that as well. It's on display. Her back is turned to us, but her head it's a side view. She's not completely hidden from us. She's still learning. She's protecting what she's learning, but she is allowing you to see what she's working on. And so that signifies that it is a solitary journey, yes, but it can be shared with others. And in doing that sharing, it almost gives permission for others to embark on that journey themselves. The Eight of Wands is a fast-moving thing. It's a directional thing. And in the traditional Rider-Waite, all these wands would be going in one direction. In the Light Seers Tarot, it's like shooting out from what you're doing, and heading off in different directions to say, hey, it's okay. It's almost like that. It's like a huge, it's not an explosion, but it's like a burst. And it's like the stars are lit up, and they just like travel out to other people that you can connect with. And in so doing, you're enlightening other people's lives. And so that's kind of, yeah, it's action. It's action being taken. Okay, and so then we have the Page of Wands, embarking confidently, to know that there'll be obstacles coming up. It won't be smooth sailing or anything like that. They are in touch with their emotions. They understand the logic of it. They have a feather in the cap. They have the knowledge, the sword of the air, the element of air, the intellect, to know that what lies ahead, but also that, you know, that's a beautiful, colorful dress. He's dressed in confidence. He's wearing the symbols, and he has a cape protecting him should he need it, but he's embracing the journey to walk forward. Okay, two more. What more can we know about the Page of Wands and this journey that we're taking, embarking on through the threshold? What else would be useful to know about the future of us moving forward in this? Too many. Just need two if I can. Spirit, two. There. Oh. Okay. Being told to switch to another deck for the last two. So for the last two, we're going to take the Luminous Tarot and see what the two messages are for the future. These two right here. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is very confident moving forward. She knows her direction, and she is certain of the future. And so she does that with great confidence in her strength and ability to hold potential in her hands. She's not scared of it. She understands she's the seed. So we got the Ace of Swords, that's the truth, and we got the Queen of Cups. There is emotions, there is reflection, there is mirroring, I'm trying to think of the correct word. As above, so below. Back to the Eight of Wands. Take the time, send out the seeds. They will grow, and in doing so, you're never alone. And although you can not only see it now on the surface, you're finding like-minded people, but you know that by doing this, there is balance between you and another, and together there is growth. There is Kundalini, there is energy rising from this. And yeah, they both hold the cups. It's the same way this way as they are this way. So honoring your emotions, honoring your intuition, you will be guided forward. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to get one more with the Luminous Tarot. One more row, please. About the past. Is there anything else that we need to know about what we're birthing? What we're bringing forward into the future? Whoa. That's a lot. Okay, we'll take these two that flipped out. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is a completion. It is manifestation. It is everything that you have, that you need. You have the Ten of Swords. You have the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Empress. You have that victory. And once you understand and can relate to the three-dimensional, the intellect of this world, and bring it forward into the now, the here and now, and start practicing what you innately know is true, you will be birthing something beautiful. And the other card that came out is the Fool, and at the top of the Fool is Uranus. Know anything about your birth chart, have a look at Uranus. It is quite can tell you a lot about the direction that you need to go, but the Fool is just embracing it right now, and that's amazing. So Uranus is it carries the energies of disruption, restructuring, breakthroughs, radical forward thinking, and the experiences are an awakening, a sudden change, your inner truth, your quest for freedom. Uranus, the Great Awakener, says, open your mind to the realm of possibility. What do you dream of doing, and who might you become? The energy's got a kick, like an electric current. Nervous excitement and even anxiety may surface. As you feel the pull toward the radical shift, that itch for change, the desire for freedom and liberation, what are you yearning to adjust? Be deeply honest about what's working and what's not. Be radically open to something new. This energy is about allowing yourself the freedom to take up you-sized space in the world. And the kicker is, you are boundless. You're boundless. You have so much more potential and ability than you realize. Yeah. Okay. Anything else about the future, what this is going to bring through with the Four of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, anything else that we can know stepping through this threshold? Too much. Yeah, what else could we know? These two? There's three there, so I don't want to take those. I just want two. Just two. Only two. Thank you, Spirit. What can you tell me? Death and Six of Pentacles. Wow. So, Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is about sharing with others. This is about walking the journey. This is about trust. Trusting the process. And so, if we go back, we're embarking on a journey. The Four of Swords is what lies beneath. We're carrying that into the future. We're doing our due diligence. We're doing the work. We're sending that energy out into the universe, permitting others to do it. It's a death and rebirth of everything that we've ever known. This is Scorpio energy. We're in Scorpio season now. Happy birthday to my Scorpios that are watching this. Congratulations. You're in your element right now. And death is about death and rebirth, about change. Change is the only thing that is constant. And in taking these steps and doing this work, we are balancing things out for others to do the same. And in that, there is strength, there is growth, there's harmony, there's community, there is a sharing of resources. It doesn't have to be in balance like we were taught. We have what it takes to make this work. Okay, so as we're embarking through here, okay, I'm being told to take the Witch's Wisdom Tarot for the last two cards. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so we have three of air at the bottom of the Witch's Wisdom as I picked it up. This is about, in traditional Rider-Waite, this is 3 swords into the heart that we are responsible for pulling out ourselves. We got to do the work. Nobody else is coming to save us, all of those things. But in this card, it's depicting flight to a higher realm that we are able of accessing. We're capable of accessing this. This is so much more hope than the ancient archaeological positions of the tarot. They do tell a tale. They do point us in the right direction. But some of the newer decks are showing a little bit more enlightenment in this process. And as we're understanding ourselves and we're understanding the world around us, we know how magical we are. And so, yeah. Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups. What are the final 2 cards that we can know about this? There's one. So one more. There's 2. There we go. Oh, bottom of the deck we have the three of Earth, 3 of Pentacles. That's community. What's below that? Love. Love is the answer. And the last one, bottom, the maze, the labyrinth. Have faith that we will find our way through this. being guided by the stars, by the sky, embracing what is truth, and not avoiding that truth, but willing to walk through. Because walk through the threshold, go through the maze, go through the portal, because we're being told that there's like catastrophic, we're the wounding from the past, from the history of when the people take back their power and they embrace who they truly are. And we're at a point in life, a point in civilization, that we need to do this, because it's not for gain of the self. It's not for gain. It is to a point. You have to pull yourself up out and into embrace the other things, but it's not stepping on somebody else to do that. It's about, this labyrinth is equally as difficult for one person as it is another. Back in my teenage years, I used to labor for my brother, and I thought, wow, look at these houses that we're working in, marble floors and incredibly rich, vastly wealthy people, monetarily speaking. But what I realized at a very young age, when I was assisting him, being his laborer, he was a skilled carpenter, he was a fine carpenter, difficult. He had a very difficult life, but we won't get into that. He's no longer with us. He's passed on. So I'm feeling guided to say this, that my realization was at that time that wealth, monetary wealth, is not something, it brings opportunity, but it can be abused. And just as it's not shared equally amongst others, and if it's hoarded and emotionally, we're just as unsatisfied with life. Completely. Some of the richest people in this world are the most, not everyone, but shallow, look at freaking the Epstein files. Like, my God, these are people that, as a society, we were told to idolize. Be like us. Look at what we've got. All of this absolute shit. It's absolute shit. Some of the most despicable, horrible things are we finding out about all of that. But rather than getting caught up in that soupy goopy freaking mess that it is, rising above it. Yeah, accepting the truth of the past, but also accepting and releasing the need to he said, she said about that truth. Just accept it for what it is. That's the only valuable thing that we can take from that. And yes, it did destroy a lot of lives, and it has thrown the world off kilter. But what are you going to do about it? Accept it? Because I sure as shit ain't. So what can I look at that about and say, wow, balance. We have this power. We are capable of so much more than we've been led to believe. And if we just connect with the simple roots and basic essentials, morals, values, not enforced by anybody, but accepted by everyone, then we can get through this. Absolutely. And build a bigger world, better world. All right, I was doing two more. We have the sun. There is the truth, absolute truth, followed by the Empress, the Great Mother. This world has more than we are. We're consciously aware of how rich we are. And the truth of that richness is more than shallowness. It's living with each other. It's living in harmony, really living in harmony, honoring the cycles. Taking that deep dive within ourselves and having a look at who we've become, but not getting lost there. Doing that to empower others and sharing that wisdom and knowledge, not to rise above anybody, but to just stand in our own truth. Okay, I'm going to pull one more oracle, and I'm being told to pull it from another deck. I'm just like, I don't know. Well, thank you for being here, that's for sure. I hope you valued something out of this message. I think as a society we need to empower ourselves. And in doing that, we need to be honest and real about what kind of energy we're putting out into the world. And yeah, we don't have all the answers, but we have enough examples of what not to idolize in life. If we're brutally honest with ourselves, that's what we have to carry forward. And we have been provided with so much more than we are embracing. So, together we can embrace this. We can start this journey. We are already starting on this journey. The world is nothing but a disruption right now. And what we need to do is, when you live in a world of chaos, what do? You simplify it. Simplify it. What's important? Relationships, honesty, truth, love. Bottom of the deck is the Stag leadership. I have the faith in you. And our closing message is the courage. Aspen Spirit. Card number 3. That's community. In the forest, you can hear the whispering of the trees in the aspen grove. Your awareness sinks beneath the surface. You sense the aspen's network of roots, which allows each tree to connect to the rest of the grove. This connection also makes them a single organism, united at a sound level that can live for thousands of years. If the Aspen Spirit card has shown up in your life today, it brings a message of courage, protection, community, and the ability to face and overcome obstacles in life. Know that you are protected and you are safe. You are ready to step forward with courage and grace, no matter what seems to be blocking your way. The aspen's network of roots is a sign that you should be open to support from others. Combine your effort with like-minded individuals. You don't need to do it all alone. This may be a good time to bond with people over a creative project or a community endeavor. Look up at the stars. In Celtic tradition, The aspen was associated with community, endurance, and protection. The Celts chose the wood of the aspen tree to make their battle shields, to protect them from spiritual as well as physical harm. It sheltered the soul from the deepest fears, from its deepest fears. That's the ego mind. Aspen was thought to be a teacher of fearlessness and carried a message of strength in facing the unknown. The spirit of aspen says, the energy of your inner spiritual warrior is ready to step forward to face any challenges or blockages in life. Be willing to accept help. Be fearless. So know that you're not alone. There's lots of people doing the work to birth you, to close out cycles of the ego, of the mind, and of the material world. There is so much more in life that we've been offered and that we should honor. And in it, I ask you to step forward. I hope you liked this message. I hope you found something to ponder, something to grow with, something to share. Yeah. So thank you very much for being here. Until next time, take care. Bye.